Hello and welcome back, fellow binge watchers. On today's episode, we explore Netflix's top releases for this week in the second week of November. So if you are itching for that next streaming content to binge watch, stay tuned as we got just the fix for you. So without further ado, let's dive in. As we mentioned before, November is a big month for streaming releases on all platforms such as HBO Max, Hulu, and Prime Video. But Netflix has taken it to another level with some dominating releases scheduled every week. So much so that we decided to break it down week by week for this month. So for the second week of November, here are the top anticipated releases coming to Netflix. Coming out on November 10th is the black and white movie Passing, adapted from the celebrated 1929 novel of the same name by Neil Larson. Passing tells the story of two black women, Irene Redfield, played by Tessa Thompson, and Claire Kendry, played by Academy Award nominee Ruth Negga, who can pass as white but chose to live on the opposite side of color line during the height of the Harlem Renaissance in the late 1920s New York. After a chance encounter reunites the former childhood friends one summer afternoon, Irene reluctantly allows Claire into her home, where she integrates herself to Irene's husband, played by Andre Holland, and family, and soon her larger social circle as well. As their lives become more deeply intertwined, Irene finds her once steady existence upended by Claire, and Passing becomes a riveting examination of the obsession, repression, and the lies people tell themselves and others to protect their carefully constructed reality. The term passing refers to the practice of members of minority or oppressed races, religions, ethnic groups, etc., pretending to be white or otherwise members of the majority cult to escape prejudice. The writer-director of this movie, Rebecca Hall, is better known as an actress. Although she has almost only ever been cast as white characters, she is part African American. In a 2018 interview with Deadline, Hall said, "I came across the novel at a time when I was trying to reckon creatively with some of my personal family history and the mystery surrounding my biracial grandfather on my American mother's side. In part, making this film is an exploration of that history, to which I've never really had access." While Irene identifies as African American and is married to a black doctor, Claire passes as white and has married a prejudiced, wealthy white man. This movie will be showcased in the first series in Netflix's new book club, a new social media series from the platform where host Uzu Aduba will lead conversations about Netflix's book adaptations and their journeys from page to screen. Larson's Passing will kick it off starting on November 16th. Next on our list of new releases to highlight is the movie Red Notice. Red Notice has been in theaters since November 4th, comes to Netflix on November 12th, when an Interpol issued Red Notice, which is the highest level warrant to hunt and capture the world's most wanted, goes out. The FBI's top profiler, John Hartley, played by Dwayne Johnson, is on the case. His global pursuit finds him smack dab in the middle of a daring heist where he's forced to partner with the world's greatest art thief, Nolan Booth, played by Ryan Reynolds, in order to catch the world's most wanted thief, the Bishop, played by Gal Gadot. The high-flying adventure that ensues takes the trio around the world, across the dance floor, trapped in a secluded prison, into the jungle, and worst of all for them, consistently into each other's company. So far with its theater releases, it has not drawn the favor of many critics, with one critic, Wendy Ide from The Observer UK, stating, "Reportedly the most expensive Netflix original production to date, Red Notice would have benefited if some of its $200 million budget had been spent on untangling the screenplay." Let us know in the comments below if you agreed or disagreed. This wraps up this week's short list of most anticipated releases on Netflix. The entire release list for this week is listed below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you enjoyed today's show and want to see more content in the future. Thank you for supporting our channel as we grow, and leave a comment below to let us know which new releases you are excited about. And as always, my friends, binge watch responsibly.